Hello everyone and welcome to this first crash test of the season. As you can see, there are already quite a few changes, whether physically or in terms of the place where I am. To put it simply, I wanted to open a new chapter on my channel, but also to get a change of scenery. So what better than a new environment for that? I hope you'll like it, and of course I'll tell you a bit more about it at the end of the video. Today I'm going to test for you a product that's both innovative and unusual, since it's a washing machine for earbuds. I think we've all experienced that. Not only do they get earwax on them when you put them in your ears, but they're also pretty sensitive to dust, small hairs and so on. And it's not always easy to clean them. Personally, I use paper towels, but also cotton swabs to try to get into the corners, but it's never easy. And this machine is supposed to solve that problem to increase the lifespan of our earphones. It started as a Kickstarter project that raised $200,000, which is significant. I didn't take part in it simply because I stopped a few years ago after getting tricked by a scam. I funded a product that never launched and was actually impossible. So it's partly my fault, but now I have to wait for products to be publicly available before testing them. I got my washing machine from AliExpress. When I opened the box, I couldn't tell if it was original or a copy because the packaging was extremely plain. And when I opened the box, I saw the Cardlax logo, so at first I thought that it was indeed the original brand. But the product I received is slightly different from what is shown in the ads and even in the product listing on the sales page. So we can reasonably assume that it's a copy. Inside the box there's a USB cable, a USB-C adapter and the manual with all the instructions. And of course the washing machine itself. This one has a simple button on the front to turn it on with an indicator LED below it. There's a non-slip surface because just like real washing machines, this one will vibrate and could slip or move around. And on top, of course, there's the lid, which when opened reveals different foam surfaces that look like yoga mats. The material is extremely pleasant, and of course everything is removable so it can be cleaned when necessary, but I won't lie to you. It's easy to take them out, but putting them back is a hassle. Lastly, you may have noticed a fine brush in the center designed to clean every nook and cranny of our earbuds. Ultimately, the product matches what was promised when the project began, and I had no unpleasant surprises. Now all that's left is to find out how it works, and most importantly, if it's effective. So, are there any particular things in the instructions? Well, first of all, it specifies that you shouldn't put it in the washing machine. That makes sense to me since it's electronic. But you can wash the rest by removing the foam parts we just saw. You shouldn't put any cleaning product inside, especially on the foam. So basically, it works without any liquid. Again, that seems logical to me since we're going to put electronic devices in there and we don't want to damage them. You have to keep the lid closed to prevent dust from getting in. And finally, he points out that if the sponges start to change color, you obviously need to replace them. I hope there are refills or things could get complicated. And that's about it. The rest is about the cleaning instructions, which we're going to follow right now. Okay, so the first step is to plug in the machine. The cable is very short, so I brought a power strip and extension cord. There we go. We'll try to put this a bit to the side. This isn't very aesthetic. Oh man. Next, you have to press the power button, which is right here. So now we have the blue light that just appeared. All I have left to do is put the earbuds inside to clean them. So I obviously chose AirPods since it's the most popular model. And of course, these haven't been cleaned recently so that we have something dirty. So close your eyes if you don't want to see it. But indeed, there's earwax, there are little hairs and dust. It's a bit disgusting, but that's the reality. I think we've all been there, and indeed that's the case. In this case, it'll be a good example. We'll see if they're clean or not at the end. And the second one is a bit less dirty, but I think we'll still see the difference. There are actually traces of earwax right here. So let's go. I'm going to insert the earphones. We're supposed to put them between the two foam walls on each side, just like this. They're well positioned and we just have to close the machine before we can start it by pressing the button again. So, can we open it to see what's happening inside? Because that's also the interesting part. Yes, 501 hop. Okay, so it comes out when we open the lid. I think we really need to keep it closed if we want it to stay in place. Hop, I'm closing it again. So we'll wait until it's done. Well, the machine makes a bit of noise. It sounds like a Pokemon cry. Let's be honest, it doesn't sound great, but if it works, I won't complain. It's been running for just over a minute. Does it stop automatically or not? Oh well, it's written in the manual. Apparently it lasts 5 minutes. That's actually a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so the machine just stopped. Now I can take the headphones and we're going to clean the different corners using the little brush that's in the center. So as you can see, it spins on itself and we just have to do this without pressing too hard, obviously. The bristles are very soft, so it doesn't feel like it's scrubbing much. And now the same thing with the second earbud. Yeah, I'm trying to scrub and get into all the corners. It's not easy, but I'm trying to do my best. There we go. And now I can stop the washing machine. But before discovering the results with you, I wanted to go back over the changes you may have noticed. The first of them happened last year, when I decided to reduce my rate of posting long videos on YouTube. I went from 1 per week to 1 per month, which is already pretty good, simply because I'm no longer a full-time content creator. I devoted myself to new projects with others because I needed new challenges. I also wanted to work more as part of a team, but not necessarily go in the direction that YouTube was taking. That means constantly increasing production, focusing on big concepts and more. That's not necessarily what interests me, at least not right now. Even though I could have continued working full-time on YouTube and social networks. With the numbers I'm getting, I think it's also important to discover new things, to learn, and to keep growing. So I'm not sure if I'm clear, but I think you get what I mean. Nope, soup. There's also this new place that matches my current state of mind much more. It's warm, it makes you want to make videos, and it's true that it's a change from my black kitchen. So it's not a set, it's a little house in the countryside in a valley in Brittany. There's also a bedroom, a bathroom, and a small living area. I'll film my videos in various spaces you'll see as you watch, depending on the objects I'm testing. Also, note there's an outdoor area. I don't know if I'll make videos outside since it's never easy, but why not if you have ideas for unusual objects? It's worth a try. I think I've covered everything. Thanks again to everyone who has supported me over the years and follows my adventures. It really means a lot. And believe me, it's not over yet. We still have plenty of great discoveries to make together. Alright, it's time to see the results. After going through the washing machine, I'll start with the right earbud, which was the least dirty to begin with. Well, I don't know what you think, but at first glance it looks really good. There's still a tiny bit of earwax here, but it comes off easily with a tissue. And as for the grills, they seem relatively clean to me. I think it would be hard to do better with another tool. And here's the second earbud. So what about this one? This one was really dirty, but I feel like it's been thoroughly cleaned, super well done. There's absolutely nothing left in the groove here. It's pretty amazing. In fact, the grill is even cleaner than the other one, and there's no more dust, no more earwax. Honestly, it's spotless. Well, I wouldn't say it's like new, but honestly, I wouldn't be embarrassed to hand it over to someone else now, so that's a pretty good sign. And you can obviously see inside the washing machine the little traces of dirt that are now on the sponge. And you'll need to clean it after a few uses. So for me, it's a successful crash test since the machine delivers on its promises. However, I don't think it saves time or money. You might as well do it yourself at home with tools you already have. If you're interested, check out this video I made a few years ago. It's about this video otoscope that lets you clean your ears while making sure you don't go too deep thanks to a dedicated app on your phone. See you soon.